All right. I am Joe Aube. I'm Senior Director of Equity Trading. I've been at Kayne since 2015.
And my name is Dave Forward. I've been with the firm for 6 years, and I work in equity research on the international team. So, Joe, what was the industry like when you first started?
Sure. So there was paper tickets. There's a lot less applications and software than there is today, and we all had electricity. So that was
That was my next question.
That was your next question. Yeah, I figured.
Right after the Great Depression, trading must have been tumultuous.
The ticker tape.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you?
Well, so it was about 10 years ago when I started in the industry. I guess from a research standpoint, a lot fewer meme stocks back then.
Yeah.
That's one big change.
Was memes even a thing?
Memes might not have been a thing. Maybe we were at the start of the GIF era, but not quite memes. Yeah, I think from a research standpoint, it's become more common to talk to people other than just the management team during the research process. So it's become a lot more comprehensive, where you're talking to former employees, to customers, competitors, just to get more of a 360-degree view of a company rather than just kind of taking management's word for it. But I guess no smoking breaks 10 years ago, but I'm sure 10 years from now we'll have a pretty interesting answer to it.
So I know we both moved out from New York and now work here in LA. What do you see as the big difference?
From just a work standpoint, I think LA, SoCal has kind of a slower pace of life, and I think for our profession that's really a good thing. In New York, it's the finance center of the world. It's so easy to get caught up in why the market went up this day, why it went down this day. You have 1,000 people working within a couple blocks of you doing kind of what you do. Whereas in SoCal, it's maybe a bit easier to kind of just distance yourself from being a little bit removed from the center of activity in New York.
Yeah, it's definitely much more intense in New York. I think in LA, people have a little bit better of a balanced lifestyle too, which is nice.
So AI, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's just this little known technology that's emerging. How do you see it actually impacting, trading and what you do on a day-to-day basis? If we fast forward 10 years, do you think does that represent a better way of doing business, or is it more of a risk for the job?
Technology has constantly been evolving and implemented into trading. It's not going to replace what we do on the trading side. It's just you have to be better at using the technology. It may allow us to be more scalable and manage more, but it certainly, believe it, just the expertise of the person will have to be, how do you use that as a tool?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to revolutionize a lot of industries. I think for us, from the research standpoint, just in terms of the way we assess the quality of business and competitive advantages, a lot of those qualitative characteristics, it's going to be the same as always. So I don't know about you, but I joined in Kayne 6 years ago. Started in the industry about 10 years ago. I think one of the things I wish I had realized very early on, because it took me a while to get to this point, is just understanding that I don't need to have a view on everything. There are tens of thousands of companies in our global universe, and 1 million stories per day. And it's very easy to get lost in thinking, I'm going to analyze this and that and every theme and every company and every country, and you kind of drive yourself crazy that way, and you're never going to make great investment decisions that way. So it took me a long time to just kind of try to stay focused and get comfortable saying, you know what, this might go up and be a great investment someday, but I know that this is a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, or the return on time for that just isn't great. And just kind of staying focused and accepting that I don't need to have a view on every single thing that's happening. But maybe that's still a work in progress. But
I think it's through your whole life, right?
Yeah,
it's adjusting.
Yeah, totally.